Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of OceanBlock. In this episode, we get unlimited resources, we make a couple farms, we get a special surprise to put in our inventory, and of course, we make this cool little thing. But you don't want to miss out on it. Stay tuned. And the first couple minutes, the audio is bad, but then, and after a while, it gets better. Just like you hear now, I got a new microphone, and sound quality is better. I know this video is a little bit long, but bear with me, and I hope you enjoy.
Welcome back, everybody. So, off camera, I did a little bit of um, ores. I processed a bunch of ores. So, we have all this to work with today. And we also have all this stuff from sleuthing through a bunch of materials. Okay, so first things first, I want to show you guys what I got in a supply drop or sometime off camera. I got all of this stuff. I got another banana. I got an industrial light. I got another pressure gauge for pneumatic craft, I think is what it is. Yeah, pneumatic craft, which will help us later on. I got a diamond stick, and a diamond stick is basically just a builder's one, but it's made by construction sticks instead of builder's one. Yeah. So I got a laser connector from laser.io. I got ferro lights again. I got some more amethyst stuff. I got a fluid card from laser.io. So that's about all I got out of that. But first things first, for this episode, the base is starting to get a little bit cramped. So I'm going to work on changing it up a little bit, you know? We're gonna work on changing the base around. We're gonna upgrade it. We're gonna make it look fancy and cool, amazing. It's gonna be the best water base that you have ever seen. Okay, so there's a thing I want to show you guys. So if you look right here, we got it's called a mason table from Chipped. And basically what this does is I'll show you real quick. We need 3 bricks, 2 pieces of iron, 3 logs and a crafting table. So let's get our 2 pieces of iron. We need those, and then we'll come down here. We'll search around for some logs if I've got any logs. Do I have any logs? This is gonna be really awkward. I don't have any logs. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have these logs, which took for some reason it took me a little while to get those because I had to go search it. Anyways, whatever. So this mason table right here. First things first, we need to grab ourselves a trusty old crafting table. Not a button. And then let's take. Oh, I need some bricks. I had these smelting up earlier too, so let's grab those. I got those. Okay, got those. So we're gonna grab a. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. And this is what. So this is basically. I'll show you what the mason table does. I'm gonna grab a piece of cobblestone. Come down here. We're gonna place this. Okay. Don't want to do that. Place this right here. Look at that. Look at this. So watch this. So you throw that in there, and you basically can do. Look at all. You can turn this into any type of cobblestone that is here, and this can work for. This can work for all different types. Like look at this. You can do this for it. Not that, but you can do this for these. It has all these different options for every single thing. So this is basically what the build, like this is what I'm going to use to be building my base. So, but I think I'm going to go with like a wash like this maybe. That I like the color. I kind of like that color. No, I don't actually. We're not going to do that. So if you throw it back in here and you don't like it, you can always change it. You can always get it changed. So, okay, I like that color. I like that look. I'm going to mess around with this, and then I'm going to pick the one that I like the most, and I'm going to go ahead and work on it. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. So I'm going to show you what I decided. So basically the idea is probably going to be more along the lines of just going to do like, probably going to do an outline like this, and then I'm going to use these for the inside. And I really like the way that these connect. Like if you go up with them, they can connect, and they actually kind of like shape into the outline, and it looks really nice. So we're going to go ahead and use that. But I also want to show you guys something else that you can do with the masonry table that makes it a lot more handy, and it's a really nice addition to the mod. So if we grab all you're going to need for is you're going to need one more piece of iron. And since we already had made the masonry table, we just need to pick this up like so. Let's take our thing, and then we put an iron ingot and a masonry table in there, and we get ourselves a chisel. Now this thing you can just hold in your inventory, and this is unlimited usage. So you can just do that, and it'll never get broken, I guess. That's how you can say it. I mean, it'll never break. It's got infinite uses. Okay, so we are gonna actually go ahead and do a long overdue upgrade. We're gonna grab some iron, and we are going to actually, no, it's good enough. We're gonna get ourselves a chest plate, some pants, and then we're gonna do some boots. And we're also going to make a iron pickaxe to upgrade everything. Look at that, I'm getting so many achievements. I'm achieving so much. Okay, now that we have this, I'm gonna go ahead and use the trash can thing. You just throw it in there and you click out of it and it's gone. Delete that, and then move this to my number 1 spot. And we're gonna go ahead and start demoing this build, and we're gonna replace it with our own base. So I'm gonna get started on that right now. Let's check it out. So I got this base done. Let me know what you think. I think it's pretty nice. I think I did okay job. It's got enough room for us for right now. We can do our projects up here on the side. It connects all the way fully. We can get around the base easily. We're gonna have to fix the storage, but that's kind of ugly, but I got some stuff set up. But yeah, that's about it for the new base design. I hope you like it, and uh, we're gonna move on to something else.
Okay, after that's all done, now that we got this nice new base to look at, we got all this space. What I want to do is I think we really need to start automating this process so we have a bunch of materials. So we're going to need a couple things for that. We are going to need to come here, go to tips and tricks. No, not tips and tricks. This one. There we go. We're going to need to come all the way over here. So we are going to have to get gold mesh. And then we're going to need to get jar automation. Manually mixing items in tempered glass jar is making life a lot harder than it has to be. With the redstone I found, I believe I can throw together something that just might make things a little easier. Craft a jar automator using redstone. When placed on top of a tempered glass jar, this will automate the mixing process as long as the tempered jar has items inside. If the jar does not have storage next to it for the output, it will stop mixing. So we need to always make sure we have that on there. And then this right here, this one. Either I'm going to have the biggest arms in the universe, or I need to find a way to automate hammering. Craft an iron auto hammer. So we need to do this. Did I save that? I did save that. Okay, so we need to do that. We need to get you. I already have you set up over there. And then we need to get you. And then we're also going to need to upgrade our sluice, because I don't think the iron can be automated. Let's see. Hold shift. Allows automation of... Nope, can't do it. Does gold allow... Wait, iron. No, it allows automation of items. But what does diamond do? No, iron allows automation. Anyways, okay, moving on. Let's go to here. That's what we need to do. We need to get our meshes out. I already have them. Okay. We need to upgrade these to gold meshes. Boom, pow. Look at that. That's just what we call skill. And then we're going to need to set these up and crush them down. Now, where did I put my building one? Is the real actual question that we need to all ask ourselves. And I don't know why I'm asking myself that, because I don't need that. I just need to do this. Throw a bunch in there. Throw a bunch in there. Break it. Get yourself in there. And then look at it go. So now we just need to wait. Wait and see, I guess. But we can also get this common loot crate. Oh, dude, look at that. We got leather boots. That's probably one of the worst possible things you could ever get. But, you know, I'm excited about it. It's pretty nice to me. Here we go. Been experimenting more with golden mesh, and I found redstone. Seems like from sluicing dust. Dust is how we get it. So we need to grab a bunch of dust. Alright, now that I got all this dust, let's go ahead and let's go over here and let's throw it all in. Let's just do this because I want dust to be going. And then we'll let that go in after. Just throw all the rest of that in there. So I want to, look at that. I've already got some redstone and I've already got some diamond chunks. So we could actually just go ahead and, where's our jar at? Oh, it's in my inventory. That is awkward. We actually, I need to actually get lava set up. I don't know why I don't have any lava. Place this back in here. Go ahead and give it a mix. Wait for that to do it. And as that is going, I'm going to come over here and see what we got. Look at all this. Wow. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. Just look at that. Would you just look at it? Oh, we're getting inferium dust. Oh, that could change everything. Because if we... Bro, this could literally change everything. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That might change. That literally might just change every single thing that we ever do in the world, ever. Alright, and there we go. We got a fluid capsule of lava. So again... Oh, there's the other one that I made. I don't know why it's all the way over there. But we can just go ahead and just throw it in there. Pick it back up. Now we can break this. Down our lava. Give it the old heater reader. I don't know what that means, but I just said it. So, I'm going to roll with it. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of our redstone chunks out. Make all these. Now we can mix these down. Look at that. Now what I can do is I can claim all that. I got some redstone dust. A simple copper ring. I honestly have zero clue what this does. Alrighty, let's get back to it. So we are going to need... Let me grab that XP too. Why not, you know? So for the automatic jar, we're going to need cast iron ingots, a dropper. So that's what we needed the redstone for. Is a dropper. And we can grab out our spruce bucket full of stuff. Let's go ahead and craft this automatic thing. This automatic jar. You know, because I would like to see what it does. Oh no, I actually already know what it does. I just want to put it to use, you know. I need this in my life. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a piston. We got a piston and we need a hopper. I just had a... Oh, I have a hopper right here. Look at that. That's lucky. I need 6 cast iron ingots. 6 cast iron ingots. Let's go ahead and craft this. So we did it. So now all you have to do to automate this is you just need to throw it up here. Throw it on top of a jar that's already got stuff in it. And watch. I'll show you. So all you need to do now, you just need to take... What do I got? That's useful. You got all these iron chunks. So let's hit Shift K. Shift K. Oh wait, they're already made. Wait, no, I know. Shift K. Shift K. So we just throw it in here, and it just will automatically go for us. Throw this down here. See if that works. Does that work? It does work. So now everything is just going to go into there whenever it's done. So now, sweet. So now we can go ahead and check this off the list. And then we can go ahead and see what this is about. Okay. Don't really need that right now. But I am going to do this. So I'm going to need glass, iron, a lot of iron and some gold. And some redstone. But I'm pretty sure I already got some gold. Yeah, I got a lot of gold. Well, I think is a lot of gold, but it's probably not a lot of gold. Quick little sidebar, I did get these cool little trophy things that I'm going to place down because they look cool, and I'm going to make my base look cool. Alright, oh, we'll be back. Alright, so next up on the agenda is I want to set up an area where we can get gravel all the way down to dust, automatically sieving, and always pulling us out resources. So now we have 4 cobblestone generators. So now we're going to need, I think, 7 of these. So we can go ahead and do bam, blah, blam. Go ahead and do that. We can go ahead and do this 10 times, which is going to be a genius idea. It's going to be so fun. Okay, and there we go. We got 10. Let's real quick go to sleep so these weirdo flying things don't get us while we're trying to do anything. Alright, so we can go ahead and come back over here and just go ahead and just throw this back on. And then we also are going to need not a hopper, but a flopper, I think is what it's called. And a hopper for transferring fluids. Yep. So we're going to need... I don't know how many we're going to need, but we're going to need, I think, 4. Let's go ahead and make 4. So we're missing iron. I just put that up. Let me go grab that real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Because we need to be able to transfer water into our sluices. And then we are going to need 2 more sluices. I think we have everything that we need currently in place for the things that we are trying to do as of right now. Okay, perfection. So now we can go ahead and just decorate like this. Yeah, I like it. All right, perfection at its finest. So now we got a big open area to work with. And then we can go ahead and get started. So I want to actually go 1 up off the ground. And I want to place my cobblestone generator. And then I want to do it again. Again. And again. That worked out perfectly, didn't it? Look at that. So then what we want to do is, so let me show you guys something. So like right here, I'll show you. It says that the blue will be always be the input and the red will be the output. So it needs to be like this because the blue, nope, sorry, I have it backwards. Blue is input. Blue is input. So I need to turn this around. Yeah, face like that. I think you need a barrel in between. But I want the barrel to be like this. I think you need the barrel in between. And then I think you need the hammer like that. Yep, okay. Boom. What a genius. Alright, so I think I figured it out. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. So I'm going to need a couple more hoppers. I'm going to need at least 1 more. Okay, so what I went ahead and did, I went ahead and upgraded these to diamond. See, now it's going to allow us to automate fluids and items, and that I did not see last time. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and make it 2 blocks high. Like so. Actually, we're going to go ahead and move this over 1 teensy bit. Boom. Boom, just like that. And boom. And we're going to hit him with the boom again. And then the big boom. Get all that done. And then the way that it works is if it needs an inventory. So we're going to go ahead and smack an inventory down. Smack an inventory, smack an inventory, smack an inventory. So we're going to go ahead and feed it. Wait, so it needs... No, the blue needs to be on the other side, so I need to be looking at it. Like this. Like this, like this, like this. So that means that is done. That is making gravel. So that's done. So, but this needs to go 1 more time. What is going on? Why are you not breaking? That was weird. And then I need to go over here like this. It needs to get... So now that's producing dirt. Look, look, look. We're making progress. So this needs to go boom, boom, and then boom, boom, and then again, and again, and then 1 more time for this one to make sand, like so. And then we're going to go again, again, and then we're going to do it just like that to make dust. But now that we got all this working, what we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and place down, I think, hold on, give me a second. Yeah, okay, so we're going to pull from there. pull from there, pull from there, pull from there. And then we can go ahead and place down all of these like that, as so. We can give these inventories like this. But I kind of want to make these better and do this. Boom. And we got 4. So we can go ahead and place all this like so. And then we can go ahead and place in our water like this, I think. Man, I am some type of not smart. Look. That is embarrassing. So we're going to go ahead and I need to place this down. Okay. Go ahead and place that down. So that all these, look at that. Okay, so it looks like I got everything filling with water. And I got everything. It could be done. Looks like I got it done. Whoa, look at this dude. Where'd you come from, buddy? You got some blue eyes. That's pretty neat. Well, next up on the list, let's start working on the farm. Okay, so now that we have all this finished, I want to do something extra before we end today's episode. So, actually, in this mod pack, let me actually go ahead and clear all this stuff off real quick. I will not be needing this because we just finished all that. Okay, so in this mod pack, let me show you something. You cannot actually grow stuff above sea level. It says, I've gathered some seeds from sluicing dirt, but these don't seem like they want to grow. The sugarcane seems to grow just fine, so I don't get it. So far, this planet seems like everything depends on the water. Maybe that's the secret. I wonder if it likes my dancing like the saplings did. Submerge crops underwater to grow wheat and industrial hemp. And that's what we really are looking for right now. We need to grab ourselves. So right here, we have dirt. Dirt's been going for forever. So look at all this stuff we got. It's just been going for just a little while. We have an unlimited amount of resources. That's honestly pretty nuts. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab out some industrial hemp seeds. We're going to need some sugarcane. And I think that's about it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plant all these down. And then we're going to torque it to work it, baby. Work it to work it. Look at that. And that, you can. So you can actually auto-mine all this. So you can just hold this down like this and just go crazy like this. Okay. I think I have enough. I think I have enough hemp seeds or hemp strings for right now. We go to tips and tricks. Right over here. Snad. We want to get snad. So to make snad, we need bone meal and sand in the same. There we go. So we got some. So we went ahead and made some snad. So this snad is actually just gonna. It's just gonna. I don't know if snad does snad follow physics? It does. Place it down, and now that it's around water, look how fast that grows. It just automatically grew. Like that's pretty wild. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to get a cooking pot. So we need clay. There we go. Right there, we got some kelp. So we actually need to come down like this. Whoa, those things are getting close and scary. And I do not like it. And I'm going to drown. Is that Snad that I put down? No, I need to put Snad down. Possibly. Holy mother of goodness. Alright, now that that's fixed up. Go down here and break these off. Maybe. Okay, so we got our hoe in our hand. Does this work? Can I? Oh, I can. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a bucket of water. We need just a couple pieces of wood to make ourselves a wooden shovel. And then we can go ahead and craft ourselves a cooking pot. Look at that. We got a cooking pot. Let's place that. Let's go ahead and place that right there. So it needs heat. So we're actually going to go over here and just toss it on top of the lava. Look at that. Honey bottle. This is what we need. So we need to get glass bottles. So that's why we made the sugarcane farm earlier. That's why we had glass coconut. Because we are always one step ahead here in the Slampy Man channel. Always one step ahead. So we got 12 bottles. Look at that. We already got 3 bottles. And that's why we made all that hemp fiber so we can do the scrolls here. Look at this. I got, how many scrolls do I want? I want as many as I can get. Look at this. Boom, I got 26 scrolls. So then we can go in here and toss this here. Go around it like that. And look, boom, we just made leather. But what I want to do is I want to finish what we set out to do. And what we set out to do is we set out to get the backpack. That was one of my things that I wanted to do today because I'm tired of not having enough inventory spaces when I want to go exploring. Let's make ourselves the backpack. Look at how beautiful that is. And now that we have the backpack, we can go ahead and take this and go boom, bop. Well, that's awkward. So what happened there was I went to go do something and I forgot to pause my game like this. And I haven't slept in a couple days, so yeah. What is that? What are you? What? What is going on with your face? Anyways. Alright, let's get back to what we're doing. So, let's go ahead and make a diving suit. So what we're going to need is, we are going to need oxygen, 10 minutes of oxygen. So we're going to need these pressurized bottles. Right click a glass bottle on a bubble column. So, while exploring, we did find a magma block. Pretty sure I have a magma block here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. So now that we have a magma block, we can go ahead and come down here. Place this here. Place that there. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back to it. We're going to need some diving leggings. And then we can go ahead and do this as well. So let's see what we need. We need this, and that dried kelp is what we need. Not slime. Wow, so I was just doing all that for nothing. So I need to go back down here. And I need to go ahead and grow all this again. Wow, that's embarrassing. Okay.
now that we have all this kelp, let's go ahead and smelt it up. Go ahead and get this smelting. While we wait for that to smelt, we can go ahead and craft our helmet. So we need copper and glass pane. And that's simple enough. We need 5 copper, which I have. 5 copper, and then we're going to need a glass pane, which is 6. Okay, so we have that. So we can go ahead and boom. Go ahead and do that. All right, so now that we fixed our mistake, let's go ahead and place this down. Look at this. Now we have a full set. Okay. Full set of makeshift diving armor. Doesn't that look so sick? So now what we can do, what? That's cool. I did not know that. But now what we could do is we can take our bottles, come over here to our bubble column, right click on our bubble columns. We need 8, I think. And then we can go ahead and surround this. And now, there we go. Look at that. We have 10 minutes of oxygen. But the real question is... oh, so it consumes your bottles, which is not very nice. That's kind of annoying. Alright. Well, anyways. Whoa. What? Whoa. The shaders. The world is so dark without these night vision goggles. Let's go ahead and look at that. Look at that. I got. So we can go ahead and we can just swim underwater without worrying about anything now. We're going to have so much fun adventuring in the future. That's going to be so sick. I look really dope in this thing. That is so cool. All right, let's go ahead and take it off. And then let's go ahead and put, nope, I want that. Okay, let's go ahead and place all this up here. Well, I think that's just about going to do it for this episode, everybody. I feel like we got a lot done this episode. We got done unlimited resources. We figured out how to automate the jar. We made leather from scratch. We started a couple farms. We got this really sick new diving suit. But I think that's it for this episode, everybody. Make sure to tune in for the next episode where we dive into early game storage, because my storage is starting to get really full. So tune in again for the next episode where we dive into all the brand new storages and we figure out how to put all this simplified into one crafting terminal. Thank you all for watching. And again, peace.